Hey everyone, Gaijin Guinea Pig here. Welcome back to the American Tries to Read Japanese series. This is episode 11. And yes, we are on level 0. We made our way out of the S entry series. And today we're going to check out probably a couple of books per usual. And we're going to start with Ni Hiki no Kaeru, which is 2 frogs. And hiki, after the 2, is the counter particle for small animals. Let's get right into it. Episode 11. Read for free. Yes, that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, here we are. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. It is snowing here in Tokyo. It is March 19th. Recording this video, it is snowing. Probably the heaviest snow so far this season. All right, so let's get into 2 frogs. All right. Midori no kaeru to hiro no kaeru ga imashita. So, midori is green, hiro is yellow. It's saying there's a green frog and a yellow frog. There sure is. Ni hiki no kaeru wa hatake de aimashita. So, the 2 frogs, hatake is like a field. In this instance, it looks like a field of carrots. Aimashita. So they met. And it looks like they weren't expecting each other. They're surprised. Surprised to see each other in this field. Oh. Kimi no kiro wa kitanai ne. Midori ichiban. So the green frog is talking trash already, saying Kimi, very like informal way of saying you, maybe not very friendly. He's saying you're kind of a dirty frog. The yellow frog is dirty. Kitanai is kind of like dirty or gross. Not a compliment. Midori ga ichiban. He's saying green is the best. Ichiban, number 1. So he's talking trash instantly. Midori wa kitanai. Hiro ga ichiban. So the response is the same, but this time saying the green is awful or dirty or gross, and yellow is the best. Oh, they're fighting. Oh, kinka ga hajimarimashita. Kinka is like a fight or an argument. Hajimarimashita has begun, has started, so the fight has begun. Oh, he's throwing dirt. He's getting all over him. Oh, look at this. Look at this. He's got him down in the dirt, boy. Sono toki, tsumetai kaze ga fukimashita. Sono toki, that time, tsumetai kaze, a cold wind, fukimashita, blew in. So at that time, suddenly, not really suddenly, but during that time, a cold wind blew in. Look at them, they're fighting. They're like, oh my God, what is happening? Oh, fuyu ga kimasu. Ni hiki no kaeru wa tsuchi no naka ni hairimashita. So, fuyu ga kimasu. Fuyu is winter. Winter has come. Kimasu. Winter came. Tsuchi no naka ni. So, tsuchi is like the soil or the dirt. Naka, in the middle of it or inside of it. They entered the dirt. They went into the dirt, the 2 frogs, because winter came. This story is developing rapidly. All right, ni hiki no kaeru wa tsuchi no naka de nemasu. So the 2 frogs in the soil, in the dirt, went to sleep. Nemasu. They went to sleep. And as you can see, they are sleeping and the snow is starting to pile up on top of them. An appropriate story given the weather outside. But wow, they went from fighting to sleeping. Okay. Haru ga kimashita. Haru is spring, and kimashita comes. It came. Kimashita. So spring came. The green frog says atatakai, which means warm, or it feels good. It feels warm, and they're still very dirty, but they're basking in the sun together. So maybe the fighting is over. Green frog says haru da. Kimochi ii yo. So it's spring. Kimochi is like you're feeling. Kimochi ii I is good. So it feels good. Ah, haru, spring is here. It feels so nice. It feels so good. And Yellow Frog says, Kimochi ii ne. Yeah, it does feel good, doesn't it? In agreement with Green Frog there. Oh, tobun. So that's just onomatopoeia for their jumping sounds as they spring, not spring as in haru, but spring forward into the water. They jump into the water. Ah, kimi no kiro kirei da ne. So the Green Frog has changed their tune and is saying now that the yellow frog is pretty or lovely. Kirei is like a beautiful, lovely, pretty sort of feeling. Kimi no kiro, your yellow looks so pretty. And the Yellow Frog says, Kimi no midori mo kirei da yo. Oh, returning the complimentary words by saying you also, midori mo is the particle for also. So you also, Green Frog, looking pretty, looking beautiful. Your green looks so nice. Mo kenka wa yameyo. So mo is like a feeling of like enough. And kinka, fighting, yameyo, yameyo meaning to stop. Together, let's stop. So let's stop the fighting. Let's stop the fighting. And they're just having a good time. No more fighting. We're just gonna swim together. We love each other. Oh. 2匹のカエルはもう金庫しません。友達です。So the two frogs are no longer fighting. 金貨しません. Don't fight. 友達です。友達, friends. They are friends. And they're holding hands in the water. It's got to be the last page. Sure enough, that's the last page. So, 2匹のカエル, the two frogs, I have to assume they were fighting just because of the color of their skin. I mean, that's pretty heavy. It's pretty, reflective of society, but maybe it's not even that deep. But yeah, they just didn't like each other. And then after some time passed, they realized they're not all that different just because the color of their skin's different. Something to think about. Thank you, frogs. If this is all it takes to reach some people's hearts and minds, then so be it. It was a lovely little story. I'm glad that they ended up friends at the end. Pretty easy for me to read. Pretty easy for me to translate on the fly. I like that one. 2匹のカエル, the two frogs. So we are going to move into book number 2 for this episode. Let's see which one. What do we have? Oh, Tatami Seikatsu. So tatami is that traditional bamboo flooring that you see in a lot of older Japanese homes. I'm sure even if you've never experienced it, you've probably seen it in pictures like this. So that's tatami, the tatami mats. And seikatsu is lifestyle. So tatami lifestyle, essentially. I'm going to assume this book is about what it's like to live in a home with tatami, which, doesn't sound all that exciting, but we're also learning cultural aspects here. So let's get into it. All right. Oh, the picture's a little creepy. ここは僕の部屋です. So, ここは this, 僕, me, I. It's like watashi, but used for guys. 僕の部屋です. This is my room, 部屋. So, 畳の部屋です. It's a tatami room. And, yep, the photo's a little jarring. 僕は毎日この部屋で生活します. So, 僕 again, I, and then 毎日 is every day. この部屋で生活します. So this room is a part of my everyday lifestyle, basically. 本を読みます。本 is book. 読みます to read. He's chilling. He's reading his book. スイカを食べます。スイカ is watermelon. 食べます to eat. He's eating watermelon. Rocking a ponytail also, which is always a strange look for someone that's losing their hair, especially up here. They want to hold on to that ponytail for some reason. All right. シャワーを浴びました。冷たいビールが飲みたいです。Okay. シャワーを浴びました。Shower is just the katakana for a shower. 浴びました to wash. So took a wash in the shower, washed up in the shower. 冷たいビール。冷たい meaning cold. Beer, ビール。飲みたいです。So 飲みたい I want to drink. So he wants to drink a cold beer after a shower. I'm laughing because it feels like he never leaves this room in my imagination, like he's trapped in this room forever. Okay. Bangohan desu. Bangohan is dinner. You have asagohan, hirugohan. Asagohan is breakfast, hirugohan is lunch. Bangohan, dinner. 今日はミートボールと野菜とパンを食べます。So today he has meatballs, yasai, vegetables, and pan, bread. He's eating meatballs, vegetables, and bread. And looks like he's drinking that cold beer. 机を片付けます。So tsukue is the desk in this instance. That feels more like a table, but we'll call it a desk. And katazukemasu means to like pick things up or to clean things up. So he's getting rid of the desk, presumably so he can roll out the futon and go to sleep. And there's no longer a ponytail. He is letting that lion mane flow. All right. 押し入れからフタンを出します。So 押し入れ is the closet, から from futon, the little mattress set that you sleep on, 出します to take out. So taking the futon out of the closet. フタンを敷きます。敷きます I think is like to prepare something, but I'm gonna check on that one. That's not a word I use often. Okay, so literally, futon o shikimasu is to lay out the futon, which makes perfect sense. Oyasumi nasai. So he's saying good night, very formal way of saying oyasumi. Good night, maybe because he doesn't know us. We're strangers to him, but he left the light on. I hope there's a timer on that light because this is ridiculous. Asa desu. So asa is morning. It's now morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. That's a formal way of saying good morning because you can also more casually just say ohayo. Soji o shimasu. Soji to clean. Shimasu to do. So I'm going to clean. Sweeping up that tatami. そしてラミネを飲みます。そして is and. Ramune is like very Japanese flavor. Some people say it's like Japanese lemonade. I don't understand that at all. To me, it tastes like a bubblegum flavored soda drink. Nomimasu to drink. Ramune is like, I don't know, you've probably seen those bottles where you press the marble down to break the seal and then you drink it. It's kind of a fun packaging, but the taste is not necessarily my thing. さあ、仕事をしましょう。さあ is like well then. Like, well, all right. さあ、仕事 work しましょう。Let's get to work. 仕事をしましょう。All right, that's it. All right, let's get to work. So, tatami seikatsu, so tatami lifestyle. Interesting, I guess, just showing the different ways that you could use the room and how it's a little bit different from a Western style room. I did not expect the old white guy to show up. So that was a bit of a surprise. And with my weird imagination, I felt like he is trapped in this space forever. Anyway, do you have any experience with tatami here in Japan? It's kind of falling out of favor, mostly because that's just what happens with older traditions and older customs. It becomes more of a niche thing where people have to actively try and preserve it because more modern things come along. I mean, you can still find this in more traditional Japanese style inns, ryokans, but yeah, it's just definitely not as common anymore as it used to be. Even futons are falling out of favor for more Western style beds. But let me know if you have any experience with tatami in Japan. And there you have it, Tatami Seikatsu, which was funny in its own little way. Mostly easy to translate on the fly. A couple of words there like shikimasu I had to look up because they're not part of my everyday vernacular. But yeah, still an interesting book. We had a little bit of Japanese culture there in the second book, and a more, I guess, yeah, a kid's book with the two frogs, but a wholesome, heartfelt story. So we had a little bit of both worlds in today's episode, which I like, actually. If we could have that style moving forward, I think that would be ideal. Like the two frogs telling a little wholesome story, and then having the second book be something directed more towards cultural aspects of Japan. That would be great. But regardless, what did you think of these two stories? How do you feel about my translations? How would you have done it? Anything you want to talk about, feel free to leave those thoughts in the comments below. I'll do my best to get back to you. But as always, thank you so much for helping my small channel grow. Thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.